This might be the last of the Gonzos for a little while. I have gotten to a point with him where I can show it to the client, and I want to get his feedback and compare it with the Terry Angus one again, just to make sure I'm on the right track. That's as far as I got so far with his body and his head, and those eyes still work. Although the real ones will work a little bit better because I'll have moved the eyes into a better position, which will give a smoother fulcrum to that eye mech. But it should work pretty well. And also this will be L200, so it won't move around so much. But I actually had made all his hands last time, or at least the armatures for him. I may cut out the hands and maybe glue them. I added um, some more thinner to my old barge here, and I have a new one coming, so it should last me just long enough to finish this prototype. But the other thing I thought, I didn't do anything the last couple of days because I didn't think I had anything to show you guys. But then I thought, well, maybe I can show you the way I do the legs, since this may not be the way I do these legs, but I'll show you the way I've been doing it lately and how it's been working out for me. So anyway, let's see where I can start. Maybe I'll start by finishing the hands, or at least as far as the hands I can get right now, and then I'll move on to the feet. Here we go. I know you're all on the edge of your seats. Okay, so I do have here on my notes. 11 or maybe 3-inch purple black plume, whatever that means. I think this is in reference to his hair, the plumes off the top. There's 3 purple, and the total there's 11 of them, I believe is what my notes meant. But right here is what I'm talking about. It's a 4-inch piece and a 5-inch piece, and it's connected by a shoelace. At least that's my theory. And it looks like it's solid on one and not solid on the other. At least that's my theory. I actually, the way I usually do it is the same way I do the legs, except for the arms, which is usually a shoelace that runs through 2 pieces of tubing. But on the Gonzo that I saw, it's loose at the knee. And usually on the legs, what I do is I'll put a piece of armature wire all the way through. But I think on his it's shoelaces, so that's what I'm going to do. That's my story. I'm going to stick to it. So, anywho, let's get started on the hand. I had some. I think I have just enough of this to do one hand, which is all I need. Maybe I can do 2. If I can find my patterns. There we go. It's telling me my insulin has gone down. Yeah, I got to get something to eat real quick. Just a second. who's here. Hey, Cassidy, how's it going? I still do need to make the palm of this. So I'm not quite ready to put it all together. I'm glad you have found a. You should start a fan club because I think you're one of the. I don't know. Have you run across a lot of people who that's Dr. Phil Van Neuter is their favorite character? Because I think you're the first that I am aware of. Oh wait, this isn't the right one. I think I trued it up. And this is why. Yep, I did true it up. So this is a bad one. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, Digit's pretty cool. I wouldn't even know where to begin to start a Digit. I guess you'd probably have to sculpt it and then cast it in latex or silicone. Yeah, I'm only going to be making one of these arms and one of these legs. And then this prototype will be ready. And I think probably next week would be the first chance I would get to actually making the final for this, at least the first one of these. Oh, jeez, please. That's just going to go off until my insulin gets where it needs to be. But I did drink some juice, so that'll be okay. Never fails. It goes off at the worst possible moment. But he looks basically like foam, like a foam under Dr. Phil Van Neuter looks like he's basically a foam understructure with fabric on top. And I think basically he's a little simpler construction than Digit would be, at least as far as I can tell. Well, I doubt it's felt. It's probably fleece of some kind. I there's not too much felt actually on these puppets, as much as they say there is. Let me take a look at him. Okay, Dr. Phil Van Neuter. So there he is. Yeah, his gloves are probably some sort of leather, or I'm not sure. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a fleece. It looks like his construction is basically like a foam understructure. It looks like he has a bit of an underbite, more of a square underbite. Let me see. Yeah, I think there's less to him than you think there is. He actually be a pretty easy one to build. Has anybody made him? Uh, oh boy. Yeah. He's also one of the few that has 5 fingers, like Dr. Teeth and Cookie Monster, Kermit, Swedish Chef. That's probably the only ones I can think of. All right, so there's that. There's that. So that would fit in there. I'd need a little section in there for his hand. That's about it. I'm getting an upper. That's a really good idea. You should get a video to show him so that I'm sure he could do it. Hey, TC. Yeah. Well, Kermit's a hand and rod puppet, glove and rod. So TC, he's coming along. I don't know that there's much more I can do at this point. Kind of see, and then somewhere in there would be his hand. Yeah. So you can kind of see them coming together. Ha 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 ha. Can't remember what video that was where he was doing that. But anyway, might have been the Muppets and Men. Yeah, that's about it. Actually, yeah, I got that. I'm just kind of piecing together what I can do on this one right now. Hey, Pamster. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, slowly but surely. I wasn't really going to get on here today, but I didn't want you to think I had moved on to bigger and better things. Just a second. I'm here, right? Just looking for materials here. Ah. This is actually my notes for when I was building Sven. Trying to figure out what that was. Seen you on Facebook a couple of times too. Your work is fantastic. Big fan of your robot puppets. Oh, thank you, Pamster. Or the Pamster. Is it Pamster? Yeah, the Pamster. Yeah, I built quite a few of those robots. I should finish Johnny 5. So this is basically the understructure for his palm. I'm kind of all over the place right now on this puppet. Like I said, he's a prototype, so I'm kind of grasping for things that I can actually finish still until I go into the final. Yeah, I think you would probably have a different opinion if you're having work done on somebody who gloves that dirty. I wonder if there's any source for what those. I think those are probably a found object that were modified, but probably something similar to a work glove or a rubber glove as a base. They could have been built by somebody, but okay. So the way this hand would all go together, I've got all the pieces now. So that would be kind of sandwiched in there, like so. And then I'll just use, I don't feel like making another arm rod, so I'll just use Sammy's here. So basically, there'd be a little rubber insert in here, and then that, and then this and that, and then the whole thing would be covered in fabric, and then a shoelace coming off the back here. That's kind of the anatomy of a regular hand puppet or a hand of this style. But I need to repaint this one anyway, so I should probably keep that out. Sorry, I'm not sure there's going to be a lot from this particular build today. Oh my gosh, this thing is. I'm sorry, guys. I think that's probably be a real short video. This I can tell that my blood sugar is dropping here. I've eaten something, but this buzzer is just going to keep going off until I get it completely addressed. But I didn't expect it to go off right now while I get started. So I probably will cut this one short. I'll be on tomorrow, and maybe I can put all this together. There's maybe I'll get the leg and the arms figured out. But there's not much point of me going on and on with this thing going off like this without me taking care of it. So I will probably be on. I'll be on tomorrow about 5 o'clock. But yeah, sorry about this. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. And as you can see, it's oh my god, this is driving me crazy. I'll be on about 5 o'clock tomorrow.